One of the things I really love about being here is the families that are here. And we see parents with the family.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Pikachu! Pikachu!
Never underestimate the power of the Schwartz. And may the Schwartz be with you.
Sir, do we get the win this time?
I think it's time we tried something new.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just 7780. What grinds my gears? Grinding after dark. Just wanted to briefly, everybody's been talking about this stuff. I tried to just leave it be, Right after the show did the Gaming Grindhouse. Shout out to everybody that tuned in live on Monday at 8:30. We did the Gaming Grindhouse. Shout out to Chris Righteous, Link, and Frogs who joined in to the grind table, and we discussed this actual topic. And, the article came out the next day. And I saw everybody running around with this article and, just interpreting it. So, you know what? I was like, let me just give my impression and stuff like that. I'm going to be on Salty's podcast tomorrow. But, I just wanted to get my kind of thoughts out there and things like that. And not much has changed from that because I do think, the overall consensus is that, with the Bethesda and the Microsoft deal closing, that much of, to our knowledge, nothing really has changed. I think tomorrow they're supposed to have some sort of video package or something like that. Mike Bethesda, what's up, Pug? Shout out to Gene Williams, Rome Rush, Glorious Kev, Pug Channel, how you doing? But yeah, I know it's late night grinds, but I just wanted to get this out there on my opinion out there, and I know it's late, so it's just I won't keep you guys up too late, but. Maybe past the midnight hour, maybe, of course. But anyway, and also too, I hope the thumbnail, man. I just, and this the funny thing is a shout out to, I was like playing, and I was listening to playing Xbox, some of the stuff, and when I don't know if it was Smooth or somebody said, but shout out to Smooth, man, when he was said that there's gonna be another booty, it's gonna be like two booties, like running Bethesda and running Microsoft Studios, two booties. I just thought of Two Live Crew and two booty crew, man. So we'll talk about how they're gonna run, and I think tomorrow we might have even more information on that, on how they're going to roll them in there. But actually, the article came out. So just to kind of summarize, what came out, that the article came out here. There we go. And it came out on Tuesday, so this is right after the deal closed. So, just like I was saying, like the WWE signed contract showed up. They pulled together and they're like, "Yo, here it is." They signed the deal. Phil said, "You belong to me now." He pulled up and he was just like, "Dude, yeah, sign right here. You sign there." And then he just goes like this.
"I've got news for you. You're mine now. You belong to me." And
Todd said, "Sure. Sounds good." And Ed Hines, whoever his name is, Pete Hines, Ed Hines, Fred Hines, Heinz Ketchup, dude, him. So, so the deal inked. And so what happened was, and as you heard on Monday's show, so I won't reiterate too much. Definitely go check out Monday's show. But, as I said, since the deal was, since inception in September, I believe, when they said they were going to acquire them. Phil already did a bunch of interviews, and I had them on there. And basically, Phil was stating that I'm going to, bring the games to the Xbox community, but also I'm going to put these games on Game Pass day one. Now, there was no legalities or signed deals, or we don't have any say in anything. Like he said, the intent of this purchase, what it really means, is to put the games on Game Pass day one. That's what that means. Exclusivity, he said, we'll just honor, what's already been kind of announced and going out there. So they're not pulling the games that are already announced from Bethesda, from ZeniMax on any of the other consoles. And we're just going to put these games on Game Pass. That's what it's about. He didn't say anything about future exclusives or anything like that. So everybody was anticipating this day. So the day that the deal actually closes, right? And hey, what's up, Dominic? How you doing, man? So basically, this is the deal that everybody's waiting for. So they thought that once the deal closes, or they'll have an article stating like, hey, everything's going to be exclusive, or this is going to be exclusive, this is going to be this, and, kind of announce the exclusivity intent at this thing. And I think a much kind of just not really, just kind of wish-washy and really just not being real super clear. Like they're definitely know the intent. They're clear about one thing, but for the other thing that everybody wanted them to be clear on, what's been going on. They really were not as usual the way they have their marketing. Yo, what's up, Gaming Night? Buddy Cactus, how you doing? So, the thing is that we're sitting here now. Tomorrow's supposed to be a video about this. And I think the big question everybody wants to know is Starfield. So that game, we don't know anything about it. We know that it's coming after Fallout. And Fallout 76. Oy. But basically, this is what they've been working on. It's a Fallout in space, supposedly. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's using the new engine or it's using Fallout engine, and then Elder Scrolls is going to use the new engine. But apparently, this is what they've been working on. And everybody thinks that if they make that exclusive, then that's going to set the tone for the rest of the Bethesda studios as being exclusive. Well, this is how the article read. And again, everybody's interpreting it all different ways. So I'm just going to give you my interpretation of it, and how if there was specific intent that people are looking for, then it would have been written a different way. That's how I'm going to say it. Okay? So we're going to go right to the part that everybody's talking about. But we know that Bethesda, when they closed, basically they got Bethesda Game Studios, ID Software, ZeniMax Online, Arcane, Machine Games, Tangleworks, Alpha Dog, and the Roundhouse Studios. Passion Global Communities. And then here it is. In the next step, building industry-leading first-party studios team, commitment to have our Xbox community. With the addition of Bethesda creative teams, gamers should know that Xbox consoles, PC, and Game Pass will be the best place to experience new Bethesda games, including some new titles in the future that will be exclusive to Xbox and PC. That's the line everybody's talking about. So we'll come back to that. As I previously shared before, it's vitally important that Bethesda continues to make games the way it has. So that's one thing. So that means that they're not going to come in and, and kind of cancel stuff or change stuff that they've been working on. We look forward to empowering, and they've been saying that for their other studios as well, other purchases. Bethesda's creative teams to reach even more players around the world, helping make future Bethesda titles the biggest and most popular games in their history. Xbox and Bethesda have long shared a common vision for the future of gaming, both as fans and creators. Bethesda understands the potential of Game Pass. Yeah, you see that? That's twice, right? We also, and then with the honor of somebody who passed away at the owner of ZeniMax. So this is the article, right? So, and this is the paragraph that everybody is going bonkers over, specifically this line. What's up, Impatient? How you doing? Immortal Black, Molesco, how you doing? So here it is. And I'm not gonna. And as you know, you come here to this channel. This is my opinion. And I have a strong, this is how I feel. And I kind of look at it as a consumer, just as a consumer of everything. Because I own different products from all different manufacturers. If it's the best product for me, then I will give my money to purchase it. Best service, I will give my money to purchase it. But if I find no value personally for me, that's it. But I could also pull myself out and think about the influences of how this will be, because I was sales. I kind of could read and understand like how this will go as a consumer. Just step out as a consumer, not as a rooting for a certain brand. Like, same thing like for a lot of things. Like I could, you just kind of look at it from a consumer perspective. And again, not all consumers, because consumers really don't know what's going on. This is all nuanced stuff, really. Only the extremists really kind of follow in this. Even though Bethesda and Xbox come together, the merge, there it is. But, I definitely think that the first two games, being Deathloop and, Ghostwire Tokyo only being on PlayStation will definitely kind of like muddy the water, I think, a little bit of this whole big announcement of Bethesda games being exclusive. And maybe that's why they don't want to just say all Bethesda games will be exclusive, because those games are coming out. And those games are exclusive on PlayStation. They're not on Xbox. So, maybe that's why they're just like this year, they're not going to be kind of, just saying all their games will be exclusive moving forward and stuff like that, because they got these other two. I don't know. But what I do know is that, you spend this much money on something, if your intent was to make their future games exclusivity, then you would say that. You wouldn't be dancing around the subject. You wouldn't be doing this kind of stuff. You would say that. And that's my problem. So the paragraph goes one more time, and then I'll give you my thing on it. This is the next step in building an industry-leading first-party studios team. A commitment to have our Xbox community. With the addition of a Bethesda creative teams, gamers should know that Xbox consoles, PC, and Game Pass will be the best place to experience new Bethesda games, including some new titles in the future that will be exclusive to Xbox and PC players. So the main thing here that I see, everybody's talking about the sum. What some mean? I heard some crazy stuff, man.
This is not worth it.
But I gotta say it. There's been some people said some means all. Some means everything. When somebody said some means all their games, all the new titles, I was like, somebody better send that person a dictionary. Some does not mean all. Okay? I don't know where that came from, but man, I was like, huh? Some means all. People are going crazy. All right? The other thing is this preposition phase. In the future. All right? Not the new titles, but some new titles in the future. Okay? So this sounds like very, very in the future. Not some titles coming soon. Not some titles coming within the next year. Some titles coming out. Or just in some titles. Some new titles. But they specifically say some new titles in the future, which makes you think like they could be probably talking about Elder Scrolls. Maybe that, Yeah. Bijan says, I don't care either way. I don't buy Bethesda games on consoles. I always bought them on PC. Yeah, because of the mods too, man. Bethesda games and the mods. But they've added mods to consoles. But yeah, I hear you. Fanboys are reading what they want to read, and the word some. Yes, I know, I'm patient. But let me tell you, some soon future. It's up soon. So with the soon future. Yeah, the thing is it could be the future. The thing is here, tomorrow's the future. Okay, so they're talking about tomorrow. But they could just say some new titles coming soon, But the fact that they say in the future is kind of weird, that they say in the future, Makes you think that maybe not this year, maybe next year. That's what I say, in the future. Not, some new titles coming. And again, this is my opinion on it. Everybody's reading this all different ways. This is my way I'm reading it. The difference is, the thing is and the fact that they end with this, exclusive to PC players. See, this is where I was like, if this were read, that, with the addition of this, should you know that Xbox consoles, PC, and Game Pass would be the only place to experience new Bethesda games. then we're making a statement. So, like, we'll be the only place. Like, this is the stuff that they should have said. The future does not mean future. They're saying that they should have said the only place to play new Bethesda games. The thing is that if they would have said, this is the place to play new Bethesda games, including some titles that will be on other platforms in the future, something like that. We will put other titles on the platforms. I would think that if they reversed it and basically made it like if other people could play these games at other platforms and some titles would be on platforms, I think that would make it seem that more of the games will be under their roof, under their platform. But the fact that they say, you know, this is going to be the best place to play the games, and also there will be some games in the future that will be only on our platform, I think that it makes it sound like that is the latter. You know what I mean? That's not the majority. And this is how I read it. If they would have reversed it, saying this will be the best place to play Bethesda games and including some titles that might be on the other platforms, if they would have said other platforms at the tail end, that means that I would think a majority of them would be under their roof. But again, vague. We don't know. Some could be Starfield. Some could be not. We don't know this stuff. And I think this is just an L on their part in the fact that they're not being definitively clear as to what the exclusivity is. The big thing, though, is that they are putting their foot down on. Their big foot down is this. Game Pass. This is, they are definitively saying they are coming to Game Pass day one. They are not dancing around that topic, which makes you realize that what this thing is about is Game Pass. And that's what Phil said on that interview, was that what this is about is Game Pass. He didn't say it's about exclusivity. It's about giving the Xbox customers or the Xbox community, which is, you know, consoles, PC, and Game Pass and xCloud, knowing that the Bethesda games are coming to them and that they will be in Game Pass day one. That's what it's really about. And the CFO talking about exclusivity, not pulling games off, them saying some new games will be exclusive to PC, kind of, I feel that downplays it. I feel that sounds sort of like, and yeah, there'll be some. In my impression, I think that the bigger games, whatever the Starfield, the Elder Scrolls, those will remain wherever they're going, and the some titles would be the ones that will probably fit into Game Pass, like a small game, maybe a game that didn't light up the world, you know what I mean? Like maybe a small game, maybe the Wolfensteins, maybe a Wolfenstein expansion or something like that. Maybe that stuff would go into exclusivity into the Game Pass. That's the way I'm looking at it, that it sounds like some new titles. So maybe titles that they build specifically for them or something like that, you know, will go into Game Pass. But the other titles would remain the same. Like they would just go there. What's up, Chicono? Hey, D, what's up? Deal with my spot. So, like, that's how I'm reading it. Like, I'm reading it as the most likely, you know, and that's why they kept saying the best place to play. Because I think another thing that they're going to do that they haven't mentioned yet is, because they want to grow Game Pass, right? And I mentioned this on the show on Monday. They want to grow Game Pass, right? Even if this game is just on console, PC, and Game Pass, right? It still doesn't grow Game Pass. Because the people that want to buy the game, or the people that are really interested and hyped for the game, will probably buy it. You got to convince them not to buy it and subscribe to it. So you get somebody that's like, yo, I can't wait to play Starfield. Starfield looks awesome. Oh my God, $60 or whatever it is. You know what? I'm just going to buy the game. You know, the people do pre-orders. They give money before they buy the game because they're so excited to play it, because they want to. Those day one buyers. Typically, those day one buyers are just going to buy it. That doesn't grow Game Pass, especially if they're buying it on Steam. That doesn't grow Game Pass. What they need to do is take that person and say, you know what? Day one, no, you should get it in Game Pass. Then this is an internal battle that Microsoft has to do to get Game Pass growth. And I know people say, well, they make money either way. Well, yeah, they make money either way too, and that's why even if they put on PlayStation 5, they make money that way too. So there's no loss on that end either. But they got to convince that day one person to switch to Game Pass because they want the subscriber. They want to grow Game Pass. Just by making it available to purchase won't necessarily grow Game Pass. As you see with, like, Forza Horizon 4 has been sitting in the Windows 10 store. Look at it selling now on Steam. Now they're making bank because they're selling it for $60. Sony sees that money. They're doing the same shit. They're like, dude, we could charge $50 for friggin' Days Gone right now. We're giving it away for free. Shit, those Steam people are hungry, man. Those Steam guys are hungry, man. Whatever shows up in that Steam store, they're like friggin' savage beasts. We'll charge them top dollar. Or maybe they go to run the CD keys or some horse shit like that. But the thing is like they're charging $60 right now for Forza. That thing's been on PC. It's been accessible to all PC. I played it on PC when it came out 2 years ago. But they won't go to that Windows 10 store, dude. They won't subscribe. But they'll eat that shit up for $60 in Steam. That don't help Game Pass. That helps them fine. But if their goal, what everybody says, and what everybody says the intent of this is to get content for Game Pass, to grow Game Pass, you got to stop those people from buying it and subscribe. So what I think they might do to leverage that is maybe make the game similar to like to Gears of War, where they made Gears Ultimate like 4 or 5 days early. Now, granted, it was on sale for like $100, but also you could play it early. Maybe make the Bethesda games or the big ones. Maybe if they make a multiplat, dude. Maybe even if they put them on PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4, they make them play best and first only in Game Pass because you get the Ultimate Edition where you could play it early. Now, that will grow Game Pass because really the only way to grow Game Pass with the Bethesda games would be to just make the game launch in Game Pass, right? Just say, hey, Starfield, Fallout, whatever games are coming out, next Doom Eternal 2, those games, boom, only in Game Pass, go. Dude, that will, now somebody has to debate whether they want to subscribe to the game or not, but still, if you want to play the game, that's the only way to play it. And that's the way you really directly make these games grow Game Pass numbers. But I don't know if they're willing to do that. Maybe they're not going to do that with the big games. Maybe they'll do that with some of the smaller games. But that's how you directly grow Game Pass with this. But just by putting the game in Game Pass and have people able to buy it, choice, they're going to have some other incentives to make people go to Game Pass over buying it. Like, see, for Halo Infinite, I'm buying it. I'm not going to subscribe for it because I just want to have it, just like Master Chief Collection. I own it on the console, but I bought it again on Steam. And actually, it was better to buy it on Steam because then you got the whole thing. On console, I was never getting the Halo Reach campaign because I bought it. I had to subscribe to Game Pass in order to get the campaign. I got the multiplayer, but not the campaign. So actually, they screwed people who actually purchased Master Chief Collection on the console. So on Steam, you just paid $40 for it. You got everything: multiplayer, single player, everything on Halo Reach. But on Xbox, it was DLC. It was more DLC. I think you had to pay for it. I think $10 for the campaign, something like that. But also, things like Gears of War, like the expansion, Hivebusters. Like, that was a $20 DLC, right? And that basically was just thrown into Game Pass Ultimate. Like, you didn't have to pay for it. That was a perk of Game Pass. I could see them doing something like that to grow Game Pass. But they're going to have to do something because that is an internal battle for them. Like, everybody's talking about whether these games are going to be on PlayStation or not, but I think the main thing is the internal battle that they're going to need to try to get that growth, They're going to have to do something with Game Pass as leverage, either extra content, early access, or something along those lines to really use these games as leverage for Game Pass. Otherwise, the people who want to play these games will just buy them day one. The people that are iffy about it, like, I really don't like Bethesda games. I'm not a fan of that game. I'll try it out. All those people will just get it through Game Pass. Unless you have you stacked it which a majority of people do. That's why there's so much capping for goddamn Game Pass, because about 99% of everybody who has Game Pass right now are the ones who stacked it, because this is the smartest deal to do. Just buy Xbox Live Gold and then just add Game Pass as an upgrade, and you got Ultimate for the price of Xbox Live Gold. You could do it for 3 years. That's why everybody's so hyped for Game Pass, because everybody's locked in for 2-3 years. But I would say, I want to see how much that hype continues when you're shelling out $15 a month and looking at those games, because a la carte is probably the better way to go, but because I would not sustain $15 for what they're putting in there right now. It's the waiting game. It's nice. Here's Dirt 5 and stuff, but if you want the Dirt 5, I paid $35 for it and I got it, and I played it and beat it before it even showed up in Game Pass. So it's if you want to play these games, if you really, and that's the thing I always say about Game Pass, if you really wanted to play those games, most likely you would have either purchased them when they went on sale or when you, how you're interested in. Now, there are some that, oh wow, Jamal says he's almost finished Persona 5 Strikers, damn. But there are some where I missed that one, or there were too many games coming out, I didn't get to buy it. And those are the little gems that you get in these services. I get it sometimes, when you get the PlayStation Plus games and the PlayStation Now games, and you see it with Game Pass, oh, okay, cool, I didn't get around to it and get it. But those are kind of sometimes far and few between, You really want those games to the people that must play. I gotta play this. I gotta sign up to play this. Those are the ones that you got to put in that service to grow that service. And then you got to keep those people to sustain them. But the thing is that the way this is written, the way they've been speaking about stuff, and I'll get the, just to kind of just for follow-up here. As what they've been saying, what they've been doing, what the message has been about exclusivity and more people to play our games. The real thing is if they wanted to be cutthroat, they need to be cutthroat, and it depends. If their back is against the wall because, we saw them try to double Xbox Live as a way to kind of really push Game Pass. But the thing is that it's really tough on what they're saying, because they the whole exclusives. I don't like exclusive. Console exclusivity doesn't grow the market. Just show them all on Monday. Yeah, I know, Glorious Kev. You got more games than time. I know. They just increase your backlog with half of that stuff, with all those things. I know. There's just so many friggin' games. But here's the thing. So, and then this is back, and this is the one that I shared before. Here.
For that, how has COVID affected
So I've been playing this
Xbox
one.
Series X launch? I think pre-orders morning.
There's a girl's question.
Games that people know about, we will.
Yeah, she asked the question here.
So, Phil, on that note, then, how will this affect the launch of future games? I know that ZeniMax was developing one for PS5 exclusively. Does that stay intact, or is that going to change after this deal?
Yeah, the commitments we've already made with the gamers out there on the games that people know about, we will continue with those commitments. The thing this is really about is a huge investment in our Xbox community. They know that the great games coming from ZeniMax and all of those studios, we're now at over 23 studios inside of Xbox, those games will be able to come to the Xbox community, they'll come to Game Pass day and date, and people will have just an amazing collection of great games to continue to play on Xbox.
See? It's just that it's coming to Game Pass. We'll honor the ones that have already been there and just know that the games are coming to Game Pass. And then he could have wrapped it up saying, well, the rest of the games are going to be exclusive. That's what he could have said, right? But he didn't. And because of that, there's all this interpretation. And you know what? The thing, I was hearing some other podcasts and talking, and the thing is that every friggin' Bethesda game, you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen, right? And this is what pisses me off about this stuff. They're going to shove that microphone right in his goddamn face and go, Phil, is this coming to PlayStation? Is this going to Switch? Phil, every Bethesda game. Because they're wishy-washy about this crap. When Sony bought Insomniac, yeah, you'll never see Spider-Man anywhere. Not in the near future. Done deal. That's it. Nope. We're a Sony studio that we're just working on Sony, Sony's the only place to play our games, only place to play. Give us that Sunset Overdrive back. And the thing is like, there's no discussion. Phil did the Tomb Raider deal. He couldn't even get off stage. The microphone was in his mouth going, Phil, is this time? Did you buy Tomb Raider? What happened? What happened, Phil? What we helping publish it, And then Square Enix had to come out and be like, Crystal Dynamics was like, oh yeah, right before the game launched, they're like, oh yeah, this is a year exclusive. And I'm like, shit, like what the hell, dude? Why? Why can't you just put your foot down and go, we own you?
I've got news for you. You're mine now. You belong to me.
And that's it. Why? Why be wishy-washy? Why say some are coming? No, dude, why? You need exclusivity to drive Game Pass. You're going to need it. I just don't get it. This kumbaya shit, all this crap. Let's go. Throw the goddamn gauntlet down and let's go. That's what they should have done. Nope. And here he is again. The other one.
Now, as you mentioned, gaming traffic has soared. You've now got 15 million subscribers on Game Pass. That said, some gamers...
on commitment to the Xbox.
Here she goes.
Games. Once inside Xbox, ultimately will... Once inside Xbox, ultimately will Bethesda then start making games for only Xbox and PCs only and not PlayStation?
Clearly, our commitment with this move is that Xbox and PC and people playing on xCloud and Game Pass will get ZeniMax's games. So the collection of Bethesda studios will be coming to Xbox and Xbox Game Pass, and that's just a huge commitment from us. In terms of other platforms, I think we'll make a decision on a case-by-case basis, but this is really a move to just show the strong commitment to the Xbox community that great games will be coming.
Yeah.
Now, as you mentioned, gaming traffic...
That's where the case-by-case came up. Why would you even do that? Why would you even say case by case? Sam says they can't afford it. But why would you leave that door open? Because by saying that, makes people now go, oh, I'll just wait. No, that's what, yeah. Case by case. And that's where it came out, case by case. And then you look. Now tell me what some means. Now tell me what some means. Case by case. But everybody was looking for the all. Everybody was looking for the definitive answer. These are all coming here. Why would you take a first-party studio and make it multi-plat if you're not forced to do it? Why? Like MLB, they were forced to do that because of the licensing with MLB. They're deciding to take Horizon and after they're done with it, doing that stuff. Phil's talking day and dates. Is he talking about timed exclusivity? Like, the thing is, also, and I think this is another thing that has gone away, is that with the whole, they're releasing Doom 3 VR. I know, I'm going to be interested in play that. Definitely. The other Doom I couldn't do, man. That was freaking got me nauseous. God damn it. And that's an impatient, because they lose tons of money if the games go to PC. Yes, what's up, Jemiah? Late night grind. We all know people will wait for them to come to Game Pass and won't spend $70. And that's the interesting thing, right? Right, Impatient? That is something that I was hearing, and I thought it was interesting about, like, the fact when he's like, these are all coming to Game Pass. Basically, this is the thing. And both PC and Xbox, that's right, Impatient. This is the thing. So when he's saying this thing's coming to Game... What's up, Buck? How you doing? So when he's saying these games are coming to Game Pass, right? Basically, he's telling the world, he's telling all the Xbox community, you don't have to buy these games. Like, they're coming to Game Pass. Like, the fact that he's leading with game, rather than saying this is coming to our platform and stuff, he's really emphasizing it's coming to Game Pass, which means is that they want you to subscribe to get these games. That's their goal. But in that, basically, you don't have to buy the game. It's just going to come to you, which, great, right? But from a business perspective, it's like, you better be calculating that growth, right? You better be calculating that growth, that you better say, we put Starfield in Game Pass, we better go from 18 to 20 million to 30 million. Now, what happens if they don't? Or what happens if it goes up and it drops? And the game just sells crazy on Steam. You know, that's the thing. Like, Steam is definitely making the money. But the thing is they pay royalties for that game. That is outside of the Xbox ecosystem. And say, oh, well, if you sign into Xbox Live. Well, Starfield is a single-player game. All right? Signing into Xbox Live, for multiplayer games. But you're not paying a service to Xbox Live. You're not paying for them. You're playing for free. It's just an email account. Like, you're not paying any server. You're not paying for Xbox Live on PC at all. Oh, but you log in with your account. So you log in with your account, so they get stats on you. You're not paying them. They're not getting money from you. So by putting the game on Steam, Microsoft is outside of their ecosystem. That 100% that they get, you know, even at retail. Like, I remember when I worked at retail, like, it was a 10% discount on games. Games were priced $60. You got 10% as an employee. That was it. The markup on games wasn't a lot for the company at all. I remember the markup on video games was nothing. The accessories had a lot of markup, but the games themselves didn't have a lot of markup. But by putting the game on a Steam, which is competing with Windows 10 store, right, for the game, right? They're outside of their their Xbox ecosystem. Remember when they were putting games on PC? It was like, well, you buy it on Xbox, it's just like buying it on Windows 10. It's UWP. It's the same people. Well, that went away. They broke that mold. They had to pivot because guess what? Look at Forza Horizon 4. Nobody was going into that goddamn shit Windows 10 store to buy any games. They saw that. So what do they have to do? Pivot. What happens? They do this stuff. They don't grow with the service. What are they going to do? Guess what? Next Bethesda game is multi-plat. The Game Pass didn't grow the way we wanted it to. We thought it was going to grow crazy because of this game. People didn't. They just bought it. They didn't subscribe. That's why this is beyond PlayStation, dude. This is an internal struggle that Microsoft has. And we saw evidence of this with the mock-up of Xbox Live. That move was a planned move. And you want to know what? This is the thing. See, this is what people don't tell you. This is where, like, this is the truth, right? When they took away the 1 year of Xbox Live for $60, Xbox Live had been $10 a month and $29 for 3 or $25 for 3 months. I had the Series X. When I turned that on, I signed up for Game Pass because there was no option for a longer subscription for Xbox Live. It was $10 a month or it was $25 for 3 months. And Xbox Live was a goddamn dollar. Game Pass Ultimate was $1. So since summer of last year till February when the shit hit the fan, Xbox Live was that. Xbox Live was $10 a month. You know, when Jeff Grubb or whatever was running his run amok, going like, oh, it's going away now. No, dude, it went up in price, you idiot. It went up in price. Because they got rid of the $60 a year for Xbox Live, but they made it go from $5 to $10 a month. Or they kept it at $10 a month in 3 months. So this plan was going on since the summer. Since they took away the 1 year. Now, yeah, you could go hunt down the card somewhere, but as the option online, it was gone. It wasn't until February that they announced a new 6-month card for $60. And that's when shit hit the fan. That was the plan to drive Game Pass. See, the thing is they want Xbox Live to be so expensive, Game Pass is a better value. And they were called out on it. But it wasn't until February when they announced the 6-month pass. But the price of $10 a month existed for the longest time, since summertime, since they took away the $60. And I don't know why Jeff Grubb and everybody started running around saying Xbox Live is going away. All they did was divert the facts that you had to pay $10 a month for a year of Xbox Live. Unless you could find that card somewhere. But Microsoft took that option away. And nobody focused on that. Everybody was going around with the rumor that Xbox Live was going to be free. And the reason why I bring that up is because that was their plan to get that growth. Now, maybe because that failed, because they brought back the $60 for a year because everybody went crazy in February. But that was a move to grow Game Pass. It only went up 3 million at the end of the last year with the biggest quarter, right? They had EA Play in there. They launched it on xCloud. xCloud launched on all Android devices in September. They had all this stuff going on for them in that last quarter. And they launched a brand new console with brand new subscribers, right? You should have a huge influx. Instead, they went higher between the previous quarter, between 10 to 15 million subscribers during the pandemic. And then at the tail end of the year, they only went up 3. And in that quarter, they had 3 major events. EA Play, which whatever, but EA Play joined. They launched on all Android devices and included xCloud as part of it. xCloud came out, and there it is. And they launched 2 brand new consoles, a budget one and another one. Another 4 or 5 million people in there. And you only went up 3 million subscribers? Well, maybe they had a poke at the beast going, yo, we got to increase Live because people are just sitting idly on Live, doing whatever. We need them on Game Pass. And maybe that's why they pushed for that thing in February, which failed and now failed miserably. So maybe they got to find another way to get people on Game Pass. Maybe they do make these games exclusive to Game Pass. But the thing is that they have an internal battle. That was the reason why I brought that up, because that is the internal battle they have. They're fighting with themselves. They have 60, 70, 80 million Xbox Live subscribers that they got to get on Game Pass Ultimate, because that gets them off the console. Guys, hit that like button. It's late night grinds, baby. But it gets them off the console. Then, when they're on Xbox Live Ultimate, now they could get you on PC. They could get you on Android. Now, you're off the console. Now, you're that subscriber. And now you become dependent on anything. See, so that's the mentality that they're trying to do. But they have a whole internal battle. This is not even about PlayStation. They got an internal battle to change, to pivot that stuff. And I think, I don't even know if I can even find it. It was Xbox Live, and it's active, and I think it's even just Xbox Live members versus Xbox, not Ultimate, Xbox Game Pass, and it's pretty interesting to see this. If it's a chart here, I think. Oh, maybe I can't find it. Let me see the chart. I think it showed it at their financial, or somebody made it. Where was it? Is this it? Xbox Live, to show you like the this is it. No? Oh shit, it's something like this. Ah, damn it. I think this was it. I should have had it up. But again, is this it? Nah, that's the revenue for streaming. No, I wanted the there's one that showed how many active subs they have, and then versus Game Pass. Like, so it's like 60 million in the chart, and then the top says 18 million. And you see the difference in the bar. What they want to do. What's up to Floyd? You know what they want to do. Like, they want to flip it, right? So, where is this? Is it? Nah. Yeah, it's a bar chart. But it gives a good visual to actually the battle that they need to, the flip that they need to do. And it was an embedded chart. It was an overlay. But you get the point with just you have a 70 million active live people. I don't think they're active live subscribers. It doesn't say that. It just says active users, basically. So they got like 80 million active users, or 90 million, I think, that's what they last reported. Oh, here we go. You know what? I want to do active users. And then they got 18 million. So when you look at the 18 as opposed to, the 80 million they got, 18 versus 80 is not, that's a little part of it. And they got this battle where they got to flip it. They want to flip it, especially the investment that they're making. And look at Games of Gold. They're making sure that thing's trash. To make sure you don't find value in gold anymore. That's basically what they've been doing, is making gold less valuable and then trying to increase the price of gold. Because they want Game Pass to have that value. Because they need to flip that subscriber base. They got to flip them. And this has nothing to do with Sony exclusives or anything like that. But they got to flip people. They want you to, and then on top of that, they want you to use Xbox Game Pass Ultimate as your Xbox Live. They want that to be to clutch. You know what I mean? Because then you don't jump off, right? So like, say now, it's like, you know what? There's not a lot of games here. I'm not subscribing to Game Pass. I'm just going to jump on. And that's what happens as a PC gamer, is that you could jump on and jump off whenever you want, because Xbox Live is not a factor for PC. However, on console, if you sign up for Ultimate, now that's your Xbox Live. So, like, you can't just easily just say, you know what, I'm not doing it this month. Especially if you game online. See? So that's what they want to do. That's why they want you on Xbox Live Ultimate. That Xbox Live is the goddamn... Xbox Live is the goddamn telephone in your triple play package. Imagine if you had that without a cell phone. Right? I don't want triple play. But the phone's included. Without triple play, you won't get to call anybody. Never, you didn't have a cell phone. Like, oh, yo. Guess what? You're never canceling triple play. Because it has an item in there that you need. They flipped them off, Pug says. Hey, I got a little surprise for you late night grinders. Watch this. Here it is. Look at this. Look at this little tidbit that just popped up. Yes. Look at this. Bethesda reiterates Deathloop's PS5 console exclusivity and suggests that Arcane Studios isn't currently working on an Xbox version of the game. And they probably won't until the game releases, and then they probably port it over to Xbox. You get that Xbox port a year later. But I'm telling you, that whole Bethesda exclusivity, and this is the thing that I said, when everybody's like, when people say, oh, they paid $7.5 billion, you don't do that to put your games on your competition. Why? They did it with Minecraft. And the thing is like, well, it was already there when they bought Minecraft. They bought Minecraft for like $2.5 billion. Oh, but Minecraft, yeah, but you want to know what else? They continued to support Minecraft on the other platforms. They didn't give Xbox any exclusivity. They actually put Mario skins and Halo skins on the Nintendo Switch version. Mario skins didn't come over to the Xbox version. They made a whole Super Mario pack just for those guys over at Nintendo. And they put Master Chief that they could use it on the Switch. But Mario, no. Mario don't come over to the Xbox. No. They own Mojang. Why isn't the Minecraft? And then on top of that, where's the 4K update to Minecraft? Where are those 4K textures that you canceled 3 years ago? Supposed to come out in 2017, the 4K texture pack. Nowhere. Hey, what about the ray tracing and that? Where's that? Is that on a Series X to show ray tracing off on the Series X on Minecraft? Nah. They own the goddamn company. And why isn't Xbox getting those perks? And they paid $2.5 billion for that. And on top of that, that's been over 7-8 years. They've owned them. What perks did you get for Minecraft by Microsoft owning Minecraft? Mojang. What did you get? Minecraft Dungeons. You want to see something that triggers somebody? I'll show you something. Late night grinds, goddammit. Watch this. You want to see Kumbaya at it. Here's Kumbaya. I'm going to show you Kumbaya. Watch this. Watch this. Tell me. Where is this? Here it is. This one. Is this the one? Is it E3 one? The hell? Go over there. Where's my little dude? Yeah. All right. There's that one, and watch this. You want to see when you get owned? Hit that like button, everybody. Watch this one. And you wonder why they shoved the microphone in Phil Spencer's face, and why he's wishy-washy on exclusivity. Watch this. Watch this. Is this it? Yeah, here it is. All right, so get ready. Now again, I showed you Phil Spencer's interview. I showed you the thing on Monday, right? About the CFO. Well, shout out to Chris. He was talking about it as well. So, Minecraft Dungeons, right? They own them. And this is where you read the word some, and you're like, oh, shit, you know what? What does some mean? Yeah. Watch. Again, they can do whatever they want. This is when Minecraft Dungeons was announced first, right? Minecraft Dungeons. They own Mojang. This is a new venture in Minecraft, right? And look what happened. Minecraft Dungeons was announced in 2019 or 2018. This is from 2018. It was announced in 2018 as only coming to PC. It was a PC exclusive game. It was one of the ones that fell. This is when it came out, right? It wasn't even coming to Xbox. It was a PC exclusive game. This is the announcement. The announced trailer when it got announced. Play it for the goddamn minute. It is. So this is when it got announced. This game was announced only for PC. It fell into the same boat as Gears Tactics and Flight Simulator. It was a PC exclusive game. Not coming to any console. Not coming to the Xbox console. Announced at E3. Slap in the face to all the people in the front row wearing FanFest jerseys and dancing with Aaron Greenberg. Slap in the face. At E3, they announced 3 PC exclusive games. Gears Tactics, Minecraft Dungeons, or maybe Minecraft wasn't at E3. This one wasn't at that E3. 2018, 3 PC exclusives coming in 2019. Flight, Gears Tactics, and Minecraft Dungeons. It doesn't say anything about Xbox at all. This was the whole Phil Spencer venture. PC, and this was Windows 10 store, right? Coming to PC in 2019. Everybody's like, well, where's Xbox? Xbox is PC, PC's Xbox, Xbox PC. Okay. Well, guess what? E3 2019, a year later, they announced it again. But watch how they announced it this time. Is it coming to Xbox? Let's see. Remember coming to PC? Now watch. Coming spring to Windows. Now watch the dude. People complain. They're like, well, Phil, where's Xbox? There you go. But watch, Phil. Just think of this guy like Phil Spencer, right? Look at this guy. He's Phil Spencer, right? This should be done. Let's end the video. That's it. You did it, Phil. You put it on Xbox and on Game Pass. Good job, Phil. Where is it? Where is he? Where is he?
One of the things
You did it.
I really love about being here.
They own this company.
The families that are here. Here we see parents with the family.
Stop the count. Stop the vote. End it right now. Oh, no. Phil Ness is not done. Now Phil's happy. Nobody asked for it on the Switch or PlayStation 4. Everybody was complaining that it was a Windows exclusive and not coming to Xbox.
One of the things I really love about being here is the families that are here. Here we see.
I'm trying to use the phone!
They owned them for 8 years, 9 years. Huh? Stop the video. The video should have ended right here. You paid $2.5 billion for the company. You never gave extra perks to Xbox people owning Minecraft. You gave perks to other people. Hell, you even put Banjo on Nintendo. God damn it, you announced a fucking Banjo game, right? Yeah. That came and went. Nintendo fans were crying. Crying. Hugging each other. We did it. They said we did it. Ripping off their shirts. Flapping the tits. Nintendo fans were crying.
One of the things I really love about being here is
Must have smelled like shit in there. Nintendo headquarters in New York, they were crying. Fucking crying. We did. They were going, we did it. We did it. We got Banjo back on Nintendo. We did it. What? You've owned that IP since the dawn of time when you bought Rare. And you bring it back to Nintendo. You don't even think to put a goddamn Banjo and Kazooie on Xbox at all? At all? He did it. They cried at the announcement when he announced it for friggin' Smash Bros. He made the teaser video and everything. You own that IP. You know, maybe you put Horizon on PC because you're putting the sequel on PlayStation. Maybe you give Banjo-Kazooie on the Switch because you're going to make a new Banjo-Kazooie game. No. Microsoft don't think like that. Sony don't think like that. Here's Horizon PC, dude. You like it? We're dumping updates now. Come buy Horizon 2 on PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4. See you later. Don't go gray waiting for Horizon 2. That's a small business move. That you put out the candy, kids come home. You put the candy out the front door, maybe kids come over to your house. There you go. The kids come trick-or-treating. You go dump out Banjo over there. You get people with their appetite. Come over to Xbox, play the rest of Banjo. Nah. You own Minecraft. $2.5 billion. We paid all the money. We paid. You held out Xbox for a year just to announce it come to Xbox, Game Pass, Switch, and PS4. Some games.
I'm trying to use the phone!
When I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our best work over the last few years with our first-party output.
That's always been a hit on the company on that. Whenever I hear some criticism.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say always. Like, I think we've gone through times
not to
where we've
throw
done
mud on you, but I have to know that's a fair. I think it's something fair to say.
It is fair to say, and
yeah, quality games. That's quality games. Still working on that. You always count on Phil. That's right, Ghostface. That's they owned them. Minecraft Dungeons didn't have to be exclusive. That had to be exclusive. Like what? Hit that like button, everybody. We got a late night grinders, man. 41. Woo! You guys don't go to sleep like me. Mog says, "What do you think of Sony's March 25th event?" There's a March 25th event? I thought Microsoft's having some sort of thing tomorrow. Exactly. They spend money to market and advertise and announce on other platforms. And they did it. And also, too, like, the other thing is that, and I'll probably see more about this tomorrow, is, the fact that they're running it to two different studios. And you got to think, they got 23 studios, right? Bought them in 2018. 2 booties they supposedly have. They got 1 booty clapping for the studios that they bought in 2018. And they're going to have some other booty. Double booties. Phil the Pimp with double booties. And he's going to be working over at the Bethesda one. The thing is like, it would be so easy for them just to draw a friggin' line and just be like, this is what... And the thing is, oh man, when people go, well, what will change? They did this stuff. The 360, they didn't buy the studios, man. But we got the games. That's all that matters. Now they just want Microsoft just to buy stuff just to have news. Like, and this is where all this drama comes from. Like, it's just... Man, it was just exciting to talk about like oh. You know, it reminds me of like a heavyweight fight, but nobody's talking about the fight, but talking about the actual, like, the managers, the training. Like, imagine after a heavyweight fight, nobody talked about the fight. Instead, they talking about the manager or the training regimen, or the box's diet. You know what's interesting is like all that stuff is pretty cool as the lead up, but the fight is the fight. The fight is the thing that you watch, the thing that you entertains you. The fight. All the other stuff is all just accoutrements. Like, oh yeah, well he trained 5 weeks and okay, fine. But we don't talk about his training. Like, once the fight is done and he lost, like, okay, yeah, well you gotta go train some more. 5 weeks wasn't enough. But like the fight is the end product for us. So like this stuff has to result in games. And since 2018, it has resulted in bleeding ass and resulted in Grounded that's still in preview. That's what the 2018 purchases have done. And since 2018 and 2019, it was told that they're saving everything for next gen. Then Booty comes out and says, well, games in the next 2 years are going to be cross-gen. Goddamn smelly-ass Booty. The next 2 years we're going to have cross-gen games. No next-gen only exclusives from our first party. Booty's stinking up the place. True Woody says, Minecraft Dungeons came after Game Pass is a thing. It needed subscribers, so why did it come to PlayStation 4? It's stupid. However, Xbox saying some Bethesda games will come to PS4 is an L to Xbox. I agree. Like, that's the thing. Like, and I think a lot of people are just denying it. But the fact that Microsoft came out and said, majority of our games, they said that, oh, we're making, we'll play best. And some will be on, some in the not the near future. Shit, see, I'm making up stuff. Some in the future will be exclusive to PC and Xbox. It sounds like an afterthought. It sounds like, oh, we're making all the games will be the best place to play, but some will be also exclusive. It's the afterthought. And when you're talking to somebody, you lead with the message, and then you do the however or the cause. Like you do the end. But the main thing you lead with, games will play best on Xbox. And they're probably just saying that because they got the most powerful machine at 12 teraflops, which they got to go work on making sure devs are utilizing it because they're not performing the best on some games. So that whole claim of best place to play, you will experience Bethesda games best on Xbox, and some in the near future will be exclusive to PC and Xbox. Some. No. You lead with, you play all your games here, and they should have said, and some games might come to other platforms. That's what they should have said. That would have been a W. That would have been at least somewhat of a W. That, the games are here, and some will go over there. Some. But that's not what they said. They said the games will play best here, and some will be exclusive to Xbox and Xbox and PC. So when you talk about the message, the core message is that the games are going to play best and they'll be in Game Pass. But I don't like the kind of the tail end of it. It's just like, and some would be on here, only will be exclusive, and some. No, that don't sound definitive. That sounds like everything's going to remain the same, and there might be a couple of Bethesda passion projects that might fit. And you got to think this, right? Besides Gears, right? And even Gears had a whole bunch of microtransactions in it to compromise it from Gears 4, right? They had a whole bunch, all the skins that were available in Gears 4, you had to pay for them. They were like, what, $10, $5? You had to earn them in escape mode and do all those other external things to earn them. But they had a whole bunch of microtransactions for skins in Gears 5 because they put it in the Game Pass, right? It's in a service game. Halo became a service game because of Game Pass. And the multiplayer now is free to play. I blame that on Game Pass. And that's probably why the game looks the way it does, because they probably said, you know what, Game Pass is our future, make Halo work. And Bonnie's like, oh shit, we were making Halo 6 just to be kind of like, bigger than Halo 5, but it feels like, you know what, we own you. Halo, Game Pass is our future. You make Halo work for Game Pass. So what do? You really think if Game Pass didn't exist, you think that Halo Infinite would even be Halo Infinite? It would be Halo goddamn 6. That's what it would be. It would be your traditional Halo game. And I said this goddamn, what is it, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I said Halo will not be the traditional Halo. Playing Xbox guys were like, what? Oh? What do you mean? I said Halo will not be traditionally Halo. If they change Halo, it will be because of Game Pass. I said this in 2018. 2017. I was like, Halo will not, I don't want it to be this way, but Game Pass will dictate what these games will be like. No, they won't. Halo will be Halo. Look at Gears. Gears is fine. Yeah. Gears is a remnant. Gears 6 is... Gears 5? Yeah. You already start seeing it. And Rod's gone. So wait till you see what Gears 6 is going to be. No, you can't get a refund. Because you don't own the games. You're not buying them. You're renting them. As long as you have an active Game Pass subscription, they're yours. They're yours. But once you stop subscribing for Game Pass, then those games, you can't play them anymore. But the thing is that that's what Game Pass does. So, if you sit here and think about it, Starfield, 30-hour open world RPG. Not Outer Worlds, not a 20-hour, not a smaller scoped Outer Worlds. Because remember, Outer Worlds wasn't Fallout. It was like a smaller version of it. You're going to take a game that's like the scope of Cyberpunk or some shit like that. And you're going to take that game and you're just going to put it in a subscription for a box of Pop-Tarts. And hope your subscriber base grows. You're going to take these big games that Bethesda made, the big games, Elder Scrolls, monstrous games, and you're going to confine them to a subscription? Oh, and you could buy it if you want. You don't think that that game is going to be fixed, adjusted, suggested to maybe make it a service game? Halo's campaign, Halo Infinite's campaign has day one guns. They don't have the classic Magnum at launch. They're not going to have the classic shotgun at launch. What the hell is that campaign going to look like when you don't have all the guns available to you? Instead, they come as what are they going to be, an airdrop update in December? What kind of campaign is that going to be for Halo? What kind of story is that going to be? That they're going to add guns later. This open world sandbox. It sounds like a bunch of open world randomly generated shit. It sounds like goddamn Fortnite creative class. Like the creative mode. And it looked like it too. Why is that? Why does Halo Infinite have day one guns and they're going to figure out when to add more guns later? In the campaign. Not in multiplayer. In the campaign. In the sandbox. Why? Because that's the way they want to make the game? No. Because it's going into a service. It's going into a subscription. They don't want you to log in, check out the game, and log off. They want to use a recurring payment. They want you to keep paying monthly. So what do? You spoon feed content to people. You drip feed the shit to them so they stay subscribed. They stay engaged. So now you take a Bethesda game, a big Starfield, woo, biggest game ever. And what do? You put it in a Game Pass and you say, let it ride. Maybe you take the hit. That's a hit, right? You take the hit. Gears 5 came out. They let a whole year go by with Halo Infinite being delayed. And now another whole year to go by. So your last big game that was like a traditional Xbox game, had a multiplayer, had a campaign, even though it had a shit ton of microtransactions, it was a decent game to go in Game Pass and broke the mold of what a subscription would be, right? Why haven't you got one every month? Why haven't you got one every quarter? Where's the follow-up to Gears 5? Where's the game of that kind of caliber, of that kind of content? Where is it? Why is that not coming out every quarter? It came out in 2019. We are in 2021. Halo was supposed to be that with a free-to-play multiplayer and a campaign. They delayed Halo a whole year. So that's 2 years without a game of that one. And now you're going to get Halo, which is going to be a $60 open-world sandbox game and a free-to-play multiplayer. And we're waiting for Craig to grow chest hair and pubes. And come out looking like the goddamn Bee Gees. That's what we're waiting for.
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't.
Yeah, they got work to do there. And then you got these studios they bought in 2018, Bleeding Ass and Grounded and Preview Program. Obsidian, the people who make open world RPGs and stories. They don't know what the story of Grounded is. They want you to help them. That's why Preview's there. You tell us the story that you want us to make. What? You're known for making stories. What do you mean in Preview for us to tell you? They spent 6 months. They added bees and mosquitoes. Last month. Bees and mosquitoes. They're adding goddamn bugs to that game. That game is not Bug Snacks. Bug Snacks had all the fucking bugs in it in day one. But that game, yeah. They're adding bugs as content. It's in preview. Oh, we added mosquitoes and bees now, guys. What? You were fighting ants and spiders. We added some bees and mosquitoes. No, you're adding bugs to the game. Okay, you're adding bugs. Good job. Work on Avowed, goddammit. But they got an issue with Game Pass. And the thing is that it's going to affect these games. So you think that the big games are just going to be put in Game Pass? No. That's why I think the big games are going to be, when they say some, the reason why I explained all that is because when I think some, a game of a Starfield size, a game of a size of an Elder Scrolls, will probably be better off multiplat. And a game like Dishonored that really didn't hit running. Like, where's that, I think I say the Jeff Grubb tweet. Like, here you go. Like, what's this? What was it? I think this guy here. What did he write? He wrote, Jeff Grubb. Where is it? He said something here. Like, this is what he said here. Oh, his tweet. This is interesting. Where is it? Was this the one? Yeah, I don't know how to find it. But basically he said, like, you know, all those Bethesda games, wait a second. They didn't live up to the expectations. Even though Doom Eternal is awesome. And this is most sales, like, that's the last point I want to make here. So this is Grinding After Dark here. Let's see. Yeah, he said that the, do I have it on here? I thought I saved it. Because I thought it was interesting, because he did tweet it like a while ago. Before the purchase stuff. Let me see. If I could read it. And then, was this it? Yeah, here it is. He wrote it in, yeah, I'll just, let's see, I'll tweet this out. So he wrote, yeah, Jeff Grubb wrote, he goes, it's this September 22nd, 2020. He wrote this. He goes, Prey underperformed. Dishonored 2 underperformed. Wolfenstein 2 underperformed. Fallout 76 flopped. Doom Eternal underperformed. Bethesda Games Launcher made no dent. Starfield is still years away. Elder Scrolls 6 is even further away. Bethesda Tech needs a total revamp. So that's what he wrote in, let's see. Let me see. Prey underperformed. So like the thing is like, there it is. Found it. Just so you guys get a visual with it. And not to say I don't like their games. Like, I like Doom Eternal. I thought Doom Eternal was good. And I kind of like Prey 2. I thought Prey 2 was good. But, see, so the thing is like, maybe Prey 2. Maybe Dishonored 3. Maybe Wolfenstein. But, like, this is the thing. Like, Bethesda came out like a rock star with Fallout 4. And then even with Doom. But then they kind of fizzled out as the year, as everything went on, right? But yeah, he was saying that everything underperformed. Hence why probably they were looking to get, to merge with Microsoft, right? But like maybe a big game would be multiplayer. But again, they could come out, maybe their intent was to make it not exclusive, and then maybe they come out tomorrow and say Starfield's exclusive, and good for them, because they need some definitive stuff. That's what they need. That's why when you're reading people say some, we keep saying this word some, right? When people say some, they're still thinking like, oh, well, they're going to put the underperforming games on the other multiplats, and they're going to keep the big ones for themselves. I think the opposite. I think the ones that need the help would be beneficial in Game Pass because people probably won't buy them. Dishonored, Prey 2. Put Prey 2 in Game Pass. Yeah, more exposure. It underperformed. People weren't buying it. That's what Game Pass has become, the graveyard, right? Games that don't do well at launch. Games that need the push. Those are the ones you're finding to come in Game Pass. Not the big ones. The big ones that are selling, that have like 1 billion pre-orders day one, those are not going in Game Pass yet. That's what Microsoft has to change that. But the games that people are buying, hey, you're going to give me $60, $70 up front. Whoa, yeah. But if you're like, I don't know, Prey 1, Prey 2, that sounds like a Game Pass game. Fallout 76 2, some bullshit like that. Hit that like button, everybody. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribers are growing. That's awesome. The Grindhouse is getting bigger. Late night grinds, baby. Bringing it home. But you see, like, and their tech, and then B-Rap, shout out to B-Rap. He's like, haven't they used the same engine in Fallout for like 20 years? Yeah. They need a whole revamp. And he said, and this was in 2020, he said Starfield is still years away. People are saying that they're going to surprise and announce it. I think they're going to show it. I don't think it's going to come out. I think Microsoft is banking on Halo for the holiday and then Starfield maybe sometime next year. That's their next year game. Fable Perfect Dark, who the hell knows? And it sounds good on paper. But again, so do 12 teraflops. Right? 12 teraflops sound good on paper too. These games sound good on paper. Know what else sounded good on paper that I actually played? Fable Legends. That sounded good on paper. Yeah. Never came out. So, like, you don't want to be a paper champ. You got to have the rubber hits the road. Now with 23 Studios, Booty got a lot of clapping. And his buddy, Booty number 2, they got 2 booties. Phil just got himself 2 booties. Pimp Phil. Pimp Daddy Phil got 2 booties. 2 live crew. The real sum. But that's why when I see some, I'm like, the ones that are going to be exclusive are something that fits into Game Pass. A game that probably needs the help of Game Pass to be successful. A game that probably somebody won't buy. Because if you look at the trend of Game Pass is getting things that people say, oh, I wasn't going to buy that. Oh, I'm glad it's in Game Pass. The 68 is awesome. Oh, it's a 76. I'll try it out. That's all Game Pass has been. A bunch of like, oh, I wasn't planning on buying it. Oh, that's nice. There hasn't been the must-haves, the creme de la creme showing up in Game Pass. That's why when I look at what Bethesda has some big games that will probably pre-order and sell well, especially with the fallout of friggin' Cyberpunk. I think Starfield, another big game, open world RPG, could probably fill in that gap because Cyberpunk is still trying to find its way. I think it's a great opportunity for Starfield if Starfield looks awesome. But if it looks like a Fallout in space, oh man, heaven help friggin' what's his name? Todd Howard. His beady little eyes. I don't know, man. It better not be Fallout 4 in space. It better look better than that. But Starfield has an opportunity there. And on PC as well. So like the thing is like they would take those games that probably have the potential to sell a lot and put them everywhere. But also put them in Game Pass. But the games that maybe underperform, those will be exclusive. Why would you take a game that would underperform and put that multiplat when you know it has underperformed, and then take the big game and put that in a service when that game would have sold? It's up C2R. That's how I'm looking at some. Some as a consumer. As business. A game that's not going to sell will benefit from Game Pass because that's what Game Pass has been. A bunch of, think I'll get it. It's mediocre, but it's in Game Pass. But the sum, the games that will sell, the games that people that there is some sort of demand for, especially a multi-platform demand, why wouldn't you put it everywhere? And put it in Game Pass so you still win that way. Which, again, this whole thing is so hypocritical. Because I've been going on this whole fucking tangent about the whole thing about exclusive games, and all I heard was, exclusives don't matter. Multiplats, and the best place to play them matters. Exclusives don't matter. Anti-consumer. Why is Sony taking stuff away from Microsoft? Anti-consumer. Just put it everywhere. Kumbaya. Give me the marshmallows, bitch. That's all I heard. Now, people are foaming at the goddamn mouth for somebody to fill and go, Starfield is only coming to Xbox. Screw PlayStation. Oh, really? Oh. So, deep in your little green hearts, exclusives do matter. Yeah, it does. So stop drinking the Phil juice. The Phil Ness DNA. Get it out of your eyes. Wise up. Don't follow this idiot. Don't follow these executives, Gordon goddamn Ramsay. Just give me the friggin' content. I could give a shit about these executives. Who I shake my hands with, who I take a picture with, who tweets me, who smiles at me, who wipes my ass. I don't care. Give me the games. Give me the content. Then if you're worthwhile, I might smirk at you. Who gives a shit what Gordon Ramsay, Jim Ness, bullshit Ryan says with his goofy ass? Who cares? Stop believing everything. Stop listening to Phil. And, exclusives don't matter. Phil says kumbaya. Now, no, wait. Now you want Phil to lock it down. Now we want Phil to lock it down. After the son of a bitch had been roasting marshmallows like the goddamn Stay Puff. He been roasting marshmallows all over the goddamn place. Wiping asses, giving Banjo over to Nintendo. Minecraft, he's been loving everybody. Now you want him to lock it down because he got Todd Howard in his ass? Ah, true colors. Exclusives matter. They've always had. And that's what grinds my gears. Microsoft had exclusives. They did the things that Sony's doing to them. And they made Xbox better for that. They made Xbox a better brand. A brand that everybody had to play. A community. Online. Great games. They didn't have to buy a studio. I didn't give a shit if they owned Epic or not. Guess what? We got 3 Gears of Wars and Gears shit Judgment. They didn't own Epic. Cliffy B wasn't a Microsoft employee. But now, Phil has to go buy people? Why? Why? Because he has to own them. You want to know why he has to own them? So he can control how the game is distributed. How the game formats itself to be fitting in the model that him and Satya want. A cloud model. A subscription model. That's why you own somebody. That's why you pay $7.5 billion. So I could tell you what I want your shit to be like. Yes, you can make Starfield whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you that that gun is not good. I'm not going to tell you that that spaceship needs to be moved. I'm not going to tell you that. But what I am going to tell you, we need day one guns, bitch. What I am going to tell you is, you know what, that planet over there, I want that planet to come over in the summertime. That planet doesn't come at launch. I want that planet come out in July. Oh shit, right? Yeah. See? That's what happens when I own your ass, Todd Howard. That's when I own you. I could tell you to do that stuff. This shit's going in a subscription right now. We want people to go on Game Pass. We want people to stay subscribed. The only way they're going to subscribe is if we give a carrot. We got to have that dangling carrot out there. So you could put that planet there. You just make sure nobody lands on that goddamn thing until July. Because I own you now. $7.5 billion. See? But if he just wanted Starfield to come to Xbox gamers, right? If Phil just wanted, hey, all you diehard Xbox fans, Phil, all you guys. If he just wanted to bring Starfield for you guys just to play the game exclusively on the console, I bet you it was a lot less than $7.5 billion. He could have said, hey, Todd, we have this great relationship. Here's $1 billion. Just give me Starfield. But Todd's like, yeah, Phil, people might want to play a Starfield everywhere else, you know? I don't know. Well, you know, if I take a game, I'll put it in a subscription. Phil, my game's not really a subscription game, Phil. It's an open world, a huge epic game. It's bigger than Fallout. This thing's supposed to be bigger than Fallout 76, like huge. Yeah, but I want to put in my subscription. But Phil, like, you know, a lot of people want to play my game. You know what, man? You know what? Here's $2 billion. Hey, here's $1.5 billion. Can I get the game on my subscription? But Phil, it's all gonna be there day one. There'll be a lot of bugs though, but you know, I want just like Fallout. It's gonna be a game on day. Oh no, Todd, I can't have that. Why? Well, that's a lot of money. I can't just take a full price $60 game that it's probably worth $60 in this huge game, and put it in a subscription because people will just play it and then not subscribe anymore. Well, that's the game I'm making. Well, you know what, Todd? I'm not going to make it exclusive to Xbox. Instead, I'm going to buy your whole goddamn company. And then I could tell you how to distribute the game because now I'm publishing the motherfucker. Oh. Yeah. And you know what? Dishonored 2, I want that to come out, and that's coming out July. I want Dishonored 2 to launch in Game Pass in October. And then Wolfenstein 3, Wolfenstein, I want that to come out in March. See? That's when you own somebody. So that's why they paid the $7.5 billion, to have control of a distribution and to ensure it is of Game Pass standards. That's why. Because Phil could have just went over there and bought the exclusivity for a lot less. Sony's not paying us $7.5 billion for fucking Deathloop. Sony's not paying $7.5 billion to get Final Fantasy VII Remake on their console. All right? This is the biggest deal in history. Like, you don't pay this amount of money just to make exclusivity. It's more than that. It's dictatorship. It's a way to control the content. It's a way to control the distribution. It's a way to ensure that the game fits the standards of the distribution process. Halo's a victim of this. Free-to-play multiplayer, open world sandbox, completely breaking the mold of what Halo has been. Why? Not because Bonnie woke up on the other side of the bed. Because obviously this was a pivot. Halo was a pivot. Game Pass became the future. Satya said, bitch, it's in the cloud. And they said, you better make Halo that worked for that. Let me get to a couple of comments and wrap this up. So let's see what Mog said. Doom sold 3 million in the first month. God of War sold 5. Yeah, well, that's what Grubb said. The game's not to say the game was bad. It just didn't sell that well. It underperformed. It didn't sell to what they want. Now, maybe they wanted it. I don't know. You don't know. Exactly, Dominic. Like, you don't know. But the fact that they owned them, guys, hit that like button. Let's get those likes up to 40 and 50 before I get out of here. Let's go. Woo! Another 20 more likes. Please. Holy crap, it's 1. But yeah, like, this is going to take some of these chats here. But yeah, like, we don't know. But the thing is like, that's what, unless half the grinders are sleeping. I don't know. Hit that like button, grinders. I think everybody's sleeping. I must have put you to sleep. My soothing voice. So that, what am I? The ASMR, whatever that shit is whispering in your ears? I'm not whispering, though. Yeah, see, like, I don't know. Like, that's the thing. Like, when people go, well, they spent $7.5 billion. Dude, that's not just... Like, exclusivity should be part of it, right? Of course. And some are. Some are. But the thing is like, you don't know... There's more to it than that. They bought them for a reason. Like, these games... And that's the thing. These games were probably coming... These games were coming to Xbox, right? They were coming. Unless Google and Amazon was eyeing them up and going to buy them. And Microsoft just did a knee-jerk and said, no, we got to buy them. That could have happened as well. Because he said, like, these games are coming to Xbox. So, like, maybe he got wind that somebody was going to buy them. Maybe Amazon or Google. And there was a potential that these games won't show up. So then he saved us, I guess. They keep it on the consoles. But you got to remember, Amazon and Google, what happened to Amazon and Google being the competition? Amazon and Google, that's right. Only Phil whispers to you. Here he goes. Here's Phil.
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games.
The rumors are true. We have received a small quantity of the action figure known as Turbo Man. I have not people to be quiet again. Do you hear me? If you're not one of the lucky few, we have plenty of Turbo Man's faithful pet tiger booster in stock.
Hit that like for Turbo Man.
Yes? I'm trying to find a Turbo Man doll.
Turbo Man. But that's the other thing. Sony's install base is continuing to grow. You know, after a while, like Xbox and PC, like, oh, okay, well, there's a whole console install base that probably would buy your game. Is it worth it to keep it off there? Especially when you're in this kind of multi-platform development anyway. You're putting your games on Steam. Like, you're doing it day and date. Like, you're basically multi-platform day and date. You're not porting it over 2 years later or a year later. You're making all your studios make these games across multiple platforms. Yeah, maybe Amazon and Google might put a few games. And that's the other thing. What about the cloud? Amazon and Google, like, just falling apart without even competition out there because nobody's interested in cloud gaming. And I'm going to do a video on PlayStation Now. You know, I was playing God of War 2, just testing it out because I never beat God of War 2. I beat 3, I beat the new one. I didn't play Ascension, but I never played 2. And I was just going through 2 because I wanted to get the story before, when he got the Titans and stuff. And I was playing that on PlayStation Now. And I tell you, like, I might have had 1 or 2 hiccups. Very, very few, man. It works great. But again, cloud gaming on a console, and the one thing I use the streaming for is I basically demo the game with the cloud, and then I decide whether I want to download it or not. That's how I use the cloud, except if the games don't work. But, like, that's how I would use PlayStation Now. Like, hey, let me try this out, stream it, and, okay, yeah, no, there's something I'm interested in. You can transfer your save over real quick. But, like, nobody wants cloud on a phone. Like, nobody, that is a nice, like magic trick. Hey, check out this. Hey, I'm at the bar. Check this out, ladies. Watch what I can do on my phone. You know that game Gears 5? Well, check this out. Pulls out the phone. He's like, yeah. Oh, but wait a second. Hold on, ladies. Unzips his fanny pack. Goes, oh, I thought that was, there was a controller in your fanny pack? Yeah. Watch this. Pulls out the strap on. Whoa, what strap on? No, it's the clip for my controller, ladies. Come on now. That's what I put in my fanny pack. Clips it on to the controller. Slides the phone in. You know that Gears 5 game? Yeah, you know what? You're playing Panda Pop on your phone, ladies. Music thumping at the bar. Watch this. Pulls out the phone. Starts playing Gears 5 over the cloud at the bar. A glass of water. A little twist of lemon. All the ladies are around this guy at the bar. Checking out over the shoulder like those commercials in the 90s. Yo, man, you got the cool new game? Yeah, come out. All the girls are around him. They're flicking his ears, kissing his neck. He's demoing Gears 5 on his 5-inch phone. 5 inches? Oh, man. The DJ stops playing. Go, what the fuck? Why is everybody leaving the dance floor? What the fuck's going on here? What? Phil! God damn it, Phil. You did it again. Hey, man, it's the power of the cloud, bitch. Ladies love it. Music stops. Boss shuts down. Everybody's around Phil watching him play his game on his 5-inch phone with the strap on. Awesome. You're the hot hit of the party, man. Like, is that the future that everybody thinks? Nobody gives a shit about that. You probably get beat up by all the people at the bar if you pull that thing out. Somebody saw you playing Gears. I'm like, what? Dude, what the hell are you playing that kind of game on that phone for, bitch? Get slapped up the head. Go home and play it on console, you cheap-ass bitch. You can't afford no $400 machine or a $200 console to play that game? You're going to play that shit on your 5-inch phone? You a fool? Nobody gives a shit about cloud, dude. It's a cute Paula trick. All right. This is the bar. The future. Anything? Well, the guy pulls out that in a fanny pack at a bar, and the music stops. Everybody comes running around watching this guy play Gears 5 on his goddamn phone, streamed over the power of the cloud, using the freaking drinking a glass of water with a twist of lime. God damn it! That's the future. What the hell's going on here? Like, come on. Nobody, Amazon and Google, they fell flat on their face because nobody gives a shit about it. And Xbox just freaking loaded it. They're like, oh yeah, xCloud's part of Game Pass. What else is part of Game Pass? Do I get a bag of Doritos with Game Pass too? And maybe a meal a week? Goddamn food stamps come with Game Pass too? Dollar bill Phil? Do I get some food stamps? Do I get like some Doritos? Do I get like a monthly food box? Everything's coming to Game Pass. I'm going to buy HelloFresh. HelloFresh is part of Game Pass now. What, Phil? Game Pass Ultimate? What? Yes. Game Pass Ultimate comes with HelloFresh. I'm going to give your family 3 meals a month for Game Pass Ultimate. Phil, the value. It doesn't end there. Oh, wait, there's more. What, Phil? Not only am I buying HelloFresh, I'm also going to buy the gift box. Every month you're going to get a gift box, a surprise Loot Crate. Here it ain't come right. Phil, sign in with Loot Crate. It's coming to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. What? Phil got HelloFresh, Loot Crate. What else, Phil? I don't know. Stay tuned. Here's a commercial.
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our best work over the last few years with our first-party output.
That's always been a hit on the company.
Sorry, that's not the commercial I meant to run. Here it is. Hold on.
I'm trying to use the phone!
But wait, there's more. Wait, so we got HelloFresh, Loot Crate. What else you adding to Game Pass? You know what I'm adding? I signed a deal with Honda. You're going to get a monthly oil change for your Honda cars. What, Phil? You bundle that into Game Pass Ultimate? You understand? We got HelloFresh, free oil changes, Loot Crate. Phil, I can't believe it. You're buying everybody. Game Pass Ultimate is the best value ever. I can feed my family. I can get an oil change. And I get Loot Crate, which I get some cool new shirts a month that I can look like you. That's right. You can look like me and wear my gaming shirts and be cool. And then maybe those special fans will get a cool jacket that says Xbox Game Pass on it. So when you go to the supermarket, everybody can say, what the fuck is that on your shirt? And then you could tell them, hey man, it's this cool thing called Xbox Game Pass. Ever hear about it? Hey, guess what comes in the jacket? What, Phil? You get 14-day subscriptions to Xbox Game Pass that you can hand out to your friends and family. What? What a deal! The best value in gaming. Not only can I get an Xbox Game Pass blazer that says Xbox Game Pass on it, maybe I'll have my name put on it too, but inside the pockets, I'll have free trials to hand out to all my friends, and they can use them as coasters because nobody's going to know what the fuck to do with them because nobody knows what the fuck Game Pass is. That's right. That's why I need you to go out there and sell Game Pass. You're going to get the blazer. You're going to get the oil changes. You're going to get HelloFresh. You're going to get food to feed your family. I'm going to throw in a couple of food stamps. And you're going to get Loot Crate to get cool new shirts. For only 4 easy payments of $120 a month. What, Phil? What the fuck are you talking about, Phil? Pop-Tarts. Holy shit, wait.
I lied.
I'm not done yet. I'm going to give you a year's supply of Pop-Tarts. Any flavor you want. How can you not resist this? I've thrown everything I can to Game Pass. We got 18 million subscribers. I need a few more. I've put oil changes, Loot Crates, HelloFresh. Everything's in this Game Pass Ultimate. Shit. If you tell me, I'll put your mortgage payments in there. You want me? I'll put your mortgage payment. I'll pay for your house. Just subscribe to my fucking service because nobody's subscribing. Phil, I think they want games. What? I'll pay for your mortgage. The food stamps. Hello Fresh. Oil changes. I'm practically helping your house. But Phil, it's called Game Pass. The fuck are the games? Wait to E3. God damn it, Phil. Hey, guys, thank you very much. This is Jed7780. What grinds my gears? Hit that like button. Hope you like Phil Throws Everything in Game Pass skit, because that's what we're doing. Infomercials. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. God damn it, we're going to do infomercials. Please share this video out. Tell people to check it out. And once again, grind is. He's thrown in the kitchen sink. He's thrown in everything. Holy shit. The whole 9 yards. Dude, That's what shit's turned it into, man. I'm telling you, they can throw everything in goddamn Game Pass. Get people subscribing to this shit. But thank you again, guys. This has been Jez77. Yo, what an awesome friggin' show, man. I didn't think I was gonna do one tonight, but man, I was like, once I get rolling, I'm like, you know what? I had a good time, man. But I'm glad you guys had a good time. Hope you had fun. And yeah, we never know. You win some, you lose some. Who the hell knows? But the Phil Ness exists, and that's, Phil Ness is real, dudes. Like, that's it. Dudes and dudettes, and it's real. This is Phil Ness. Never clear answer. Always entertainment. Thank you, Phil and friends. But thank you again, guys. Hit that like button on your way out and subscribe if you're new here. And again, this has been What Grinds My Gears. Tune in tomorrow night. I'll be on the Saltiest Podcast. And then also on Monday night, check us out. That show is doing huge. Yes, the sirens. I will hit it. Dominic, don't worry. Monday nights, 8:30, the Gaming Grindhouse. Thank you again, everybody. Sirens, good night. I'm out.